From the moment Yaman shone as one of the brightest stars of modern pop culture, he gave the impression of being a close friend, a genuine confidant. The shared laughter on social media, the sincere conversations, and his gratitude towards his followers made him not just a successful actor, but someone capable of truly connecting. However, over time, this connection began to crumble. Yaman's mistake was starting to distance himself from his fans, reducing the level of affection and attention he offered. Those who had followed him from the beginning noticed it. The breaking point. In the beginning, Yaman dedicated time to his fans, taking photos, chatting, and thanking them with emotion. On Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, he shared content for his followers, organized surprise videos for special dates, and personally attended local fan club events. This closeness maintained a strong bond. However, as his career progressed, that bridge started to fall apart. He made several mistakes, missing promised events, justifying his absence with work commitments, distancing on social media, posting less and not responding to comments, intermediaries. Instead of interacting directly, his PR team handled the communications. This change generated the feeling of being forgotten, and disappointment took over many. The price of distance in the digital era. In a world where everything is interconnected through social media, building walls with followers can come at a high cost. Young people, especially in Turkey, may label you as a forgotten face if there's no interaction. Despite having millions of followers, his interaction rates dropped drastically. Authentic content was replaced by overt promotions and unrealistic filter photos. This led to frustration from his fans. "You're here, but I can't feel you." Algorithm against less activity means less visibility on Instagram. Emotional scarcity. Followers see him as an unreachable object. Seeking alternatives, other more real faces fill that void. Once the bond with his fans is weakened, rebuilding it is almost impossible. In the digital age, it's not enough to be present. You need to constantly send a clear message. "I'm with you." Why do people distance themselves? Regardless of the number of followers, the universal reasons include empty expectations. Fans want trust and closeness, and the absence of these feelings leads to disappointment. Breakdown of rituals. Small, constant gestures solidify the bond, their absence erodes it. Intermediaries. Responding through a team creates a sense of coldness. Intrusive advertising. Posts that are too commercial damage authenticity. In Yaman's case, fans sought closeness but found a distant mentor. Career or relationship. In Yaman's case, when puntase sin para sa fans sought closeness but found a distant mentor. Career or relationship. With success, Yaman's relationship with his fans shifted from genuine friendship to a commercial process. Genuine relationship or distancing for high-budget transactions. This dilemma intensified with international productions. Although his fame grew in Italy and Spain, his connection with the local audience weakened. The images of melancholic looks in leather jackets went viral, but interaction dropped. The paradoxical truth: loneliness under the spotlight. Fame often brings the greatest loneliness. However, there are also criticisms and doubts about the situation between them, especially when some fans question Khan's loyalty and the choices he makes in his life. An interesting comment highlights that if he got married, who knows if he'd be faithful, pointing to Khan's lifestyle and his well-known relationship with fun and freedom. In this sense, it can be thought that Demet, despite her love, may never have been Khan's only priority, and this could have caused some wear in their relationship. Sometimes, the expectation of commitment from fans and the media can be overwhelming, and although Demet has shown herself to be understanding and loyal, love is not always enough when external circumstances affect a couple's dynamics. Beyond the criticisms, it is also possible to see Demet as a woman who has managed to stay true to herself and her principles without being swayed by the pressures of the entertainment world. Despite the constant attention she receives, Demet doesn't seem to be the type of person who is affected by other people's judgments. In the comments of her followers, there are those who highlight Demet's authenticity, mentioning that even though others may interpret her as naive, her ability to stand firm in her beliefs is admirable. For many people, Demet represents the woman who fights for what she believes in, who doesn't let others influence her, and who stays loyal to her own truth, even when that means making difficult decisions. However, there are also those who criticize her, not only for her relationship with Ken, but for the decisions she has made in her personal life. Some comments, such as those mentioning that she had a relationship with Ken and now is with Ozge Gurel, Mius Tumain, Sakwarkado Samolios, suggest a sort of rivalry or conflict between the women around her, especially when comparisons between their relationships and the loyalty Demet has shown towards her ex-partner come to light. Ozge Gurel's presence in Khan's life, even after his separation from Demet, is a topic that continues to generate speculation and for some represents a contradiction in Demet's intentions. One of the most critical observations relates to Demet's public image. Many of her fans see her as a woman who keeps a smile despite hardships, which can be interpreted as a sign of strength but also as a facade to hide the pain or insecurities she faces in her personal life. However, it's important to note that although the comments may seem harsh, the criticisms also come from an admiration for her work and her courage to move forward despite adversity. Her life, like that of many public figures, is exposed to constant scrutiny, and people tend to project their own expectations onto her happiness and well-being.